No matter if you're making this for one or for two, let me show you how to make this in less than 15 minutes. First, you want to get your ingredients. Now, all your ingredients will be in the description below. We're going to start with the side dish. Now, the reason why we're starting the side dish, actually the rice takes the longest to make. Salmon does not take that long. Now, I actually did rinse my rice out, but we're going to put butter at the bottom or oil. And I like using butter. And what we're going to do is we're going to saute the rice. Now, I know this sounds a little different, but it's going to work perfectly fine. Saute the rice a little bit. We're going to add some onions, and then we're going to add our peas and carrots. Now, mind you, there's no water in this. We've already cooked this down, and we're just getting a translucent look from the rice. We add a little bit of salt in here, just a little bit, not a lot, because there's going to be salt with the salmon. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little water. Now, you're adding the water. Now you see how hot this is. I'm going to give it a little stir just to make sure all the rice kernels are not stuck to the bottom. Now this is on high heat, and we're going to put a lid on top of this. Once this starts boiling, we want to take a little bit of the air out, but then we're going to let it sit on low. Now we're going to go ahead and start with the main attraction. We have our blackened seasoning. Now I'll show you how to make blackened seasoning in one of my other videos, but this blackened seasoning I make from scratch, or you can buy it in a container, whichever seasons you like, but they have great blackened seasonings out there. I'm going to add a little salt to it, and we're going to add unsalted butter to the bottom of a pan. And what we're just trying to do is we're going to put the show side, which is the top side of the salmon, down. And once you put it down, you're not going to move it. Now the butter is going to melt, and we're not going to cook this too long on this side, but we do want to cook it for probably around 3 to 4 minutes on medium low, or a little bit longer. You'll know it's ready to go when the salmon is easily able to release from the pan. Okay, now we're going to flip this over real gently, and I would prefer to use a non-stick next time, but this is just what I had to use with today. But it released perfectly. You know, see, give a little jiggle. There we go. Now, that's that blackened seasoning. It is not burnt, just to let you know. That blackened seasoning, because of the smoked paprika and also the chili powder, you're going to get this blackened looking on the salmon. Now, what we did is we took the salmon and we put it in the oven. Once we flipped it, we slid it in the oven, and we're not going to worry about the salmon at all. Now we're going to go ahead and start on the sauce. See how fast this recipe is coming together? We're going to put a butter in another skillet, and we're going to sweat our onions a little bit. Just a little bit. We're going to sweat them down probably for about a good 30 seconds. And after that, what we want to do is we're going to add our bell peppers and our green and red bell peppers. Okay, you don't have to add all of them. You can save some of the rest for another meal later. And now we're going to add our garlic. So we've let our bell peppers and onions sweat for about 2 to 3 minutes, and we're adding our garlic in last. We don't want to, overly cook our garlic, because we do want that garlic to perforate throughout the whole dish. After about a good minute or so, we're going to add our white wine. Now, if you add a Chardonnay, it's going to be a little sweeter. If you add Pinot Grigio is a lighter wine, and it won't be as sweet. Always check the back of the wine, and you'll be able to tell if it's going to be sweet or not. But that's just a food for thought. Now we're going to add some heavy whipping cream, and we're going to let that come to a boil. We have our Italian seasoning, and we're also going to add some of that blackened seasoning left over in there, and some lemon juice, real quick squeeze lemon juice. And we're going to let this reduce down. Our goal is just to get it like a right, nice consistency where it coats the spoon. And once it does that, we can add in our parsley and a little bit more Cajun seasoning and salt. We want to test it. Now, once this is to the thickness we're looking for, we're going to add our Parmesan cheese right on top of it. And as soon as you add your cheese, you're going to take it off the heat. I'm telling you right now, take it off the heat. You're going to stir it, and this will thicken it up slowly, but you want to slide it off the heat. So if you notice, I'm taking it off the heat, and I am stirring vigorously. Now we're pretty much ready to plate. The salmon is done from the oven. after being cooked in the remaining being cooked in the oven. So this is going to be very, very, very tender. It's not going to be dry. You're going to add your sauce right over the salmon after you've put your rice pilaf at the bottom, and this is what you got. So tell me if you want another quick meal. Let me know in the comment section, and I can't wait to see you next time.